PCFL Show. On this week's episode, we've got highlights from our Week 6 games and previews of Week 7. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by 916 Design Studio. For all your design needs, call 916-747-9255. Also by Hosted Sports, the only one-stop place for all sports on the web. A nice run by Omari Carr sets up this quarterback keeper by Corey Murphy. And later on in the quarter, the Barnstormers extend their lead with this pass to Aaron Wallace. In the second quarter, the Spartans answer back as Nate Allen finds Rigo Munoz for the touchdown. And on their next possession, Nate Allen looks deep and finds Raphael Wynn for the score. And with the first half coming to a close, Corey Murphy scrambles, buys time, and finds Aaron Wallace for 6. The Spartans look to answer back before the end of the half, but the ball comes loose, and it's scooped and taken the other way. In the third quarter, the Spartans close the gap with this Andrew Macias touchdown. But a Barnstormer drive is capped by Derek Morrison. And the Barnstormers extend their lead as Corey Murphy hits Nick Breland, who takes it the distance. Calvin Buchanan takes it in for the Spartans off the right side, but it's not enough as an Aaron Wallace touchdown and a couple of Betancourt field goals cap the scoring. Central Coast Barnstormers 52, Salinas Valley Spartans 26. With a little over a minute left in the first quarter, a Bulls fumble sets up the first score for the War Angels as Foleyemi Thomas takes it the distance. But later on in the second quarter, that favor's returned. The ball comes loose, Lee Creighton grabs it out of midair and takes it the other way. With time running out in the half, Alton Seymour looks deep and hits Marquise Foster, who's able to break a few tackles and get in the end zone. But on the ensuing kickoff, Mike Harris takes the ball, makes a few moves, and takes it the distance for the touchdown. In the third quarter, the War Angels regain the lead with this Curtis Berry dive. But the Bulls answer back and pull within one as Alton Seymour hits Dwayne Smart, who isn't touched, and gets into the end zone for the score. Midway through the fourth quarter, Johnny Walker takes advantage of a blown coverage and takes it the distance for the touchdown. And the War Angels extend their lead with 4:10 left in the game. The Bulls pull within 7 with this touchdown, but it's not enough. And your final score is Richmond War Angels 32, Tri-Valley Bulls 25. Ryan Thompson gets the start at quarterback for the Rattlers, but Tyler Brunn picks the ball off and takes it to the house for the touchdown. With time running out in the first quarter, Brian Crittenden rips off a 45-yard gain to set up 1st and goal from the 5. And a few plays later, Cody Allen hits Davion Tate for the touchdown. And capping off a drive that featured a long completion to Terrence Bell, Albert Higgs finds Deion Davis in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. A bad snap on a punt gives the Rattlers 1st and goal. And they capitalize as Albert Higgs hits Deion Davis again, and the point after is good, making it 14-13 Rattlers. After a second Tyler Brunn interception, Cody Allen sneaks it in for the touchdown. They go for 2, but pressure forces Cody to roll out, and it's good, 21-14 Ducks. After exchanging punts, Higgs marches the Rattlers down the field. And Carl Michelon takes it in for the touchdown to tie it up. After missing 2 fourth-quarter field goal attempts, Andrew Jones connects on this in overtime. And a sack by the Rattlers, a bad snap by the Ducks, and an interception by J.J. Clark ends it. And your final score is North Bay Rattlers 24, Delta Ducks 21. The The Outlaws get out to an early lead as Dom Vargas blocks a punt attempt and it's recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. Before the Eagles could even recover, Dom Vargas picks it off and takes it back himself. The offense gets into the action as well as Pat Holmes takes it in for the score. The Eagles try to build some momentum behind some tough running by Allen Webster, but it's not enough and they have to punt. Teddy Anderson sees John Mosley get behind the defender and hits him for the touchdown. And Joe Joyner adds one on the ground. The Eagles had their opportunities, they just couldn't connect. Scotty Cordier added to the total, hitting Ryan McLaughlin for the touchdown. But the Outlaw defense stayed tough. Pressure forces Ray Pinkston to roll out, and it's batted and intercepted by Alvick Bradford. And he takes it all the way down to the 47.
You are watching the PCFL Show with your host, Angry Mike.
The first quarter and a half was a defensive battle from both teams. Here, Quinn Glenn of the Giants gets the sack. But a few plays later, Ronshea Jenkins takes the toss and breaks the defensive logjam with the touchdown. A sack by Quinn Glenn and Emmanuel Tyler put the Rhinos on the 2-yard line. And the ball comes loose, recovered by the Giants, where Javon Cherry hits Curtis Holden for the touchdown, and we're tied at 6. But the Rhinos answer back as Blake Linnell finds Foster Gore for this completion, which sets up Casey Carter taking it in from the 1. In the fourth quarter, Curtis Holden passes deep to Deshaun Hosey Jr. for a 49-yard touchdown strike, and we're tied at 12. And later on in the quarter, after an Eddie Simpson interception, Blake Linnell hits Ronshea Jenkins, who takes it 42 yards for the score and the lead. And your final score is California Rhinos 18, Golden State Giants 12. Let's take a look at our performers of the week.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
The Solano Chiefs are coming off a bye and looking to get back to their winning ways. They're on a 2-game win streak as they head into San Francisco to take on the Golden State Giants, who are looking to put things together and get that elusive first win. The Solano Chiefs take on the Golden State Giants Saturday at Galileo Academy Field, 1 o'clock kickoff. The Spartans are starting to get things clicking on offense, and Nate Allen seems to be a big part of that. Will they be able to score enough points and stay ahead of the Eagles, who also rely on a Nate, running back Nate Webster? They need a little bit of help from their passing game as well as their defense. The Salinas Valley Spartans take on the San Jose Eagles Saturday, 6 o'clock at Yerba Buena High School. With the Rhinos at 3-3 and the War Angels at 4-2, this game could have playoff implications. Are these teams contenders or are they pretenders? The outcome of this game will say a lot in regards to that. The California Rhinos take on the Richmond War Angels Saturday at Duker Stadium in Pinole. Kickoffs at 7 o'clock. The North Bay Rattlers are showing why they are considered one of the nation's best. They are the lone unbeaten team left in the PCFL. They take on a Capital City Fury team looking to bounce back after a loss in Pacifica. They've got the talent. Do they have the discipline? Rattlers, Fury, Luther Burbank High School kickoffs at 4 o'clock. Sponsored by 916 Design Studio. Call 916-747-9255. The Islanders are coming off of a bye and a win where they started to put things together. They're looking for a win here to get back to 500. The Tri-Valley Bulls played arguably their best game of the season last week, but came up a little short. Can that outcome be different this week? The Islanders take on the Bulls this Saturday at Granada High School. Kickoffs at 6 o'clock. The Barnstormers are coming off a big win with their rival Spartans. A win here against a tough Outlaw team will go a long way in setting up what would be their third consecutive PCFL playoff run. The Outlaws have only lost one game. They have their eyes on those top 2 playoff seeds and a first-round bye. Can they withstand the Barnstormer attack? The Central Coast Barnstormers take on the South Beach Outlaws Saturday, 3 o'clock, Miramonte High School. Sponsored by Pittsburgh Smog. Call 925-432-PASS. Well, that's it for this week. How competitive is the PCFL this year? So far, we've had 3 games go into overtime, and I believe that's a first for the league. Also, be sure to share the show links on Facebook. The more we get out into our communities, the more people we get coming to our games. Also, check out the PCFL.com for more info. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.